And the Taranaki province well and truly served with some very promising, outstanding young athletes. We've just seen Ross Wilson in the junior 5,000 metres, and now we're watching an equally outstanding prospect in the junior women's 3,000 metres from Taranaki, Sonia Barry, the defending champion in this event, and she's leading from Anne Lardner. These two who had such a right royal battle over the junior 1,500 metre distance yesterday, and now they're back out on the track today, battling at over 3,000 metres, which is the stronger event for Sonia Barry. You'll remember that Anne Lardner won the 1,500 metres yesterday. She is the New Zealand junior record holder over that distance. But today they step up to 3,000 metres. But again, it's Anne Lardner who's really making Sonia Barry work very hard in this race. And we're heading for what promises to be a very exciting finish. Just over 500 metres of the race to go.
And it's not only exciting, but it's very fast for junior women's group, because they're running very close to Sonia Barry's record time, the record which she set in this championships last year. The pace dropped away a little bit 2 laps ago, but now with Anne Lardner pushing it up again, it seems that there's a very good chance that we should go close to a record despite the very inclement weather. It's certainly interesting that Barry has come through as a force in this race, so closely following Ross Wilson's win. They train sometimes together in the hills around New Plymouth.
And this really is something of a surprise here. One expected that Sonia Barry would probably have a little too much strength over the 3,000 metre distance, but just look at Anne Lardner go, this 17-year-old from the Pakuranga Club in Auckland, and she looks to have well and truly buried Sonia Barry with under 400 metres to go. She's heading for the double.
And for somebody with her kind of finishing speed, which we saw recently when she beat Anne Hare up at the Robin Tate meeting in Auckland, she's gone rather sooner than we expected. But it's an outstanding run, and I think she must be really pushing very close to record time.
Well, the record, in fact, is held by Sonia Barry of 9 minutes, 17.74 seconds. That's the junior 3,000 metre record time. And Anne Lardner is going to go close to that time. She has 200 metres of the race to go. She has a quick look round, but it's a very tiring Sonia Barry who's left well and truly in her wake. So another outstanding performance coming here from Anne Lardner, who has emerged over the last couple of weeks as a real prospect for the 1990 Commonwealth Games. She broke the New Zealand 1,500 metre junior record, won the junior title yesterday, and now adds the 3,000 metre title as well. Coached by Dick Quax, who's sitting here in the stand watching this performance, and he'll be absolutely delighted with his protege as Anne Lardner, the 17-year-old from Maclean's College in Auckland, comes down to win the 3,000 metre junior title.
And unofficially in a New Zealand junior women's record for this distance of 9:13.
Well, that's 4 seconds under the record held by this young woman here, 18-year-old Sonia Barry, who in itself is an outstanding talent. She won the senior 5,000 metre title a couple of weeks ago. She's in the New Zealand World Cross Country team, but today she's had to bow to this young lady, 17-year-old Anne Lardner. What a weekend it's been for her. And coming home in third place is Karen Broberg from Auckland. So Auckland first and third in the 3,000 metre junior women's final. And there is a young lady who I have no doubt we will be seeing and hearing an awful lot of over the next few years.
And Anne Lardner, who looks so young and yet runs with such maturity. She's controlled this race, judged her effort perfectly, and has totally destroyed the favourite and national record holder Sonia Barry, now springing beautifully high despite the wet track down to the finish, and showing what immense talent she's got with the coaching of Dick Quax, with the maturity which she's run with today. We're certainly looking at an immense talent here. And she's running well under the New Zealand record and taking it now as she crosses the line by a margin of just under 5 seconds.
Anne Lardner, congratulations. Lovely to see you out there today competing so well. Your time, we understand, is a record, junior record, and that'll please you.
Yeah, really good. I was really pleased.
How did you feel about that? Because the conditions weren't that ideal for you.
Oh, I felt pretty good in the race, because like I had a race yesterday and I felt good after that. And I wasn't really worried by the conditions. I didn't notice the wind, so...
Well, we've just been told that you actually broke the record by 4.5 seconds. Sonia Barry was obviously going to be your hardest opponent in that race. Were you surprised that she dropped off so early?
I was really surprised.
Dick Quax is alongside me, and Dick, you must be very excited about the prospects now for Anne.
Yes, she's obviously an excellent athlete, and she's still got a couple more years as a junior yet, so it's frightening what she might do. But, you know, I got very excited about Anne's prospects, and she'll go a long way, and she's got everything that's required for somebody to be a world-class athlete.
The 1,500 metres yesterday would be very satisfying, but this particular race, what had you expected, or what did you tell Anne to do?
Well, I knew that Anne could run a lot faster than her previous best, which was 9:30, and I felt that she could run well under 9:20, and I said, well, look, just stay with Sonia and see what happens. And, you know, I could tell with about 3 laps to go, she was running so keenly, she was right up on Sonia's shoulder, and, you know that she was running well, and I knew that you could beat her.
Oh, well, it was very exciting. Anne, tell us a little bit about yourself. We don't know a lot about you. Now, what is all this, the rigmarole we've heard about your prefect duties? Can you explain that?
Oh, we had Eastern Zone Athletics. It was supposed to be on last Tuesday. It actually got rained off again. It's going to be next week. But I sort of said to the headmaster that I didn't really want to do it because, you know, Nationals are 2 days after. And it was just really a choice between doing athletic, you know, doing Eastern Zone and being a prefect. If I didn't do it, then I wasn't allowed to be a prefect.
Well, you're probably disappointed in that respect, but at least you've got some consolation here today.
I've made up for it, really. I mean, I won't even remember it when I get back to school.
There's another interesting side to Anne Lardner. We understand that you're very much involved with the violin. Can you tell us about that?
Oh, yeah, I've been playing for about 7 years or so. And I've been in the National Youth Orchestra a couple of times. I really enjoy that as well. So.
I suppose it's going to be difficult. Are you torn between two favourites?
Oh, not really, because they're so sort of opposite that they never seem to clash, really, because they're just total opposite things to do. So it works in really well.
Well, you ran in a very relaxed style there today. Do you think playing the violin helps you relax a lot more?
I haven't really thought much about that, but I don't really know. It might help, you know, it might sort of help me be less nervous, you know, after I sort of performed on that. I sort of don't get as nervous before a race, I think that's helped. But
okay, Dick, what's the program now for Anne Lardner?
Well, she actually is going to run Eastern Zones now because thanks to Cyclone Bowler, it's been put off twice, so she is actually going to run the 800 at the Eastern Zone, and perhaps Champion of Champions, 3,000 metres the following week. But then she's really got to get back to basics and start training for the World Junior Championships, which are in Canada in July.
And I suppose long-term looking towards 1990.
That's Anne's long-term goal, yes.
We wish you luck with both those missions.
thanks.